Hi everyone, this is Cooking with Kurt. Today, my husband Donald and I are going to show you how to make baked peach mango hand pies. These are flaky puff pastries with a deliciously gooey fruit filling.
The Jollibee Peach Mango Pies are deep fried, and today we're making a baked version, which is healthier and a little less messy, especially for a small home kitchen or New York City apartment.
We're going to start by making the puff pastry. We recommend doing this the day before baking the pies. Take a food processor, add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. Pulse a couple of times to mix the dry ingredients. Then add in 2 sticks, which is 16 tablespoons, of cold European-style unsalted butter that's been cut into pieces. Pulse this till the pieces of butter are the size of small peas. Add in half a cup of cold sour cream and pulse till the mixture just comes together. Transfer this mixture into a large mixing bowl. Knead the mixture into the bottom of the bowl with your hands until it forms a cohesive dough. Form the dough into a flat disc and wrap it in plastic wrap and refrigerate for 1 to 2 hours until it reaches 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. When it reaches 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, roll it into an 8 by 10 inch rectangle. If you find the dough sticking to the counter or the rolling pin, sprinkle a little bit of flour on the dough surfaces and spread it out evenly with your hands as needed. Try not to add too much flour, as this will prevent the dough from sticking to itself when folding. I like to constantly invert the dough while rolling out to prevent it from sticking to the counter. Use a bench scraper to create straight edges and 90-degree corners as much as possible. Brush off any excess flour from the surfaces. Folding the 8-inch ends, fold it into thirds like you're folding a business letter, making sure to brush off any excess flour from the surfaces before each fold so the dough sticks to itself. Pat it down and straighten the edges as needed. Transfer this dough to a parchment paper lined baking sheet, cover with plastic wrap, and let the dough rest in the fridge for 1 hour or until the butter reaches 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. When the butter has cooled to 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, rolling the longer side to 10 inches, roll the dough into another 8-inch by 10-inch rectangle. Use the same technique as before to prevent the dough from sticking to the counter. Again, use a bench scraper to create straight edges and 90-degree corners as much as possible. Folding the 8-inch ends, fold it into thirds like you're folding a business letter. Pat it down and straighten the edges as needed. After this second letter fold, transfer the dough to a parchment paper lined baking sheet, cover with plastic wrap, and let the dough rest in the fridge for a minimum of 2 hours, preferably overnight.
The following day, we're going to prepare the peach mango filling. To do that, take a small saucepan, add in 1½ cups of chopped mangoes, either fresh or frozen, 1½ cups of chopped peaches, either fresh or frozen, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, 1½ tablespoons of lemon juice, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Mix these together till well combined. Heat over medium-high heat till the liquid at the bottom starts to simmer. When it starts to simmer, turn down the heat to medium and continue cooking, stirring constantly till the mixture starts to thicken, about 5 minutes. Remove from the heat and add in half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and stir it in. Take a small sheet pan and line it with parchment paper. Divide the filling evenly into 10 approximately equal amounts, shaping them into long tubes that are about 4 inches long. Let these cool completely to room temperature.
When the peach mango filling has cooled completely to room temperature, we're ready to assemble the hand pies. First, take a small bowl, add in 1 large egg, beat it till it's smooth, and set aside. Prepare 2 13-inch by 18-inch sheet pans by lining them with parchment paper. Place the cold dough on a clean, flat surface. The dough should be around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Roll it into a thin rectangle that's 10 inches by 25 inches. It should be about 1/8 inches thick. If you find the dough sticking to the counter or the rolling pin, sprinkle a little bit of flour on the dough surfaces and spread it out evenly with your hands as needed. Try not to add too much flour, as this will prevent the dough from sticking to itself when folding. I like to constantly invert the dough when rolling out to prevent it from sticking to the counter. Then cut the 10-inch side equally into two, resulting in 2 long strips that are 5 inches by 25 inches. Then cut the 25-inch long side equally into 5, resulting in 10 small squares that are approximately 5 inches by 5 inches each. Transfer the squares of dough onto the prepared parchment paper lined sheet pans, 5 squares per pan. Let the squares rest in the fridge for 1 hour to let the dough cool to below 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the dough squares reach below 60 degrees Fahrenheit, taking one tray out of the fridge at a time so that the dough remains as cool as possible, preventing the pockets of butter from melting, add the pre-divided peach mango filling onto the middle of each square. Bring 2 ends of the dough together lengthwise to cover the filling. Then press all sides together to seal the filling inside the dough. Crimp further with the tines of a fork to tighten the seal along the 3 edges with a seam. Do this for all 10 pies, 5 pies per baking sheet. Carefully brush the top of each pie with a prepared egg wash. Try not to get egg wash on the sheet pan or it will burn. Use a knife to cut 3 vents on each pie, which will prevent the pie from bursting during baking. Take 2 tablespoons of white sparkling sugar and sprinkle 1 generous pinch on top of each pie.
Place the 2 trays of prepared pies in the fridge while the oven preheats to keep the dough cold and prevent the pockets of butter from melting.
Place 2 racks in the upper and lower third positions of your oven and preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake your pies at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 23 minutes, or until they are golden brown. Let them cool on a metal rack for 20 minutes before serving. Freeze for longer storage. And there it is, baked peach mango hand pies. Flaky puff pastry with deliciously gooey fruit filling. Ang sarap.
Yum.
So good. The crust is so flaky.
And I love the sweet and tart fruit filling. Delicious.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let us know in the comment section below if you're planning to make these peach mango hand pies. Send us pictures of your creations on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, links below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Cooking with Kurt.
And don't forget to click on the bell so you get notified when we post new cooking videos. And for our written recipes and more, be sure to check out cookingwithkurt.com. Maraming salamat!